Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about the practice session that just happened in Motegi for Motogp. Now, this was the only practice session due to the freight being delayed getting to Motegi on time from Aragon, but also it was a really important session because it is going to be raining tomorrow. So towards the end of the session, everyone was putting in fast laps, hard tire, hard front tire, soft rear tire, and going for it. The only exception to that was Marquez. But before I get into any of that, here's how the session finished. Jack Miller finished in first from Bagnaia, Quartararo, Aleix Espargaro, Luca Marini, Marc Marquez, Pol Espargaro, Brad Binder, Miguel Oliveira, Maverick Vinales, Johan Zarco, Taka Nakagami, Alex Rins, Bastianini, Martin Morbidelli, Crutchlow, Darren Binder, Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez, Raul Fernandez, Nakashima, Gardner, Di Gianantonio, and Tsuda. Now, Marquez was flying, and uniquely Mark was the only one to set his fastest lap towards the end on a hard front medium rear. Everyone else was on the hard front and soft rears, so he can get that medium tire to work, only being 0.147 of a second off Miller's time. Now, the pace was ridiculous. I think down into 15th place or something like that. Jorge Martin half a second off, so half a second covering 15 riders is immense. Now, Miller looked very, very comfortable. Bagnaia did have to work up to getting the pace up, but this session was very unique, being 75 minutes long. Kind of gave us a good insight of how the practice sessions would work on a sprint race weekend, and to be honest, it wasn't actually that bad. Quartararo looked very comfortable. There is absolutely nothing between the first four. Aleix Espargaro, I was really surprised how well he went there. And the only reason is that, Aprilia may have data from previous years, but the bike is so different now. Remember, 2019 was the last time that they were there, so it was definitely interesting to see both Aprilias in the top 10. Really good practice session for Brad Binder. Definitely has a bit of confidence, but also Miguel Oliveira is there. And remember, Motegi circuit really does suit the V4 engine, so it is good to see them. Also with Franco Morbidelli, he did look that he had on race pace, kind of top 10 pace. Crutchlow was quite near him as well, so it's definitely last weekend may have given dear old Frankie a little bit of a kick in the arse. Towards the end of the session, everyone was trying to put in the fast laps because tomorrow is definitely going to be raining. So with the last 2 or 3 minutes to go, there was a lot of yellow flags with people crashing out, and one of those that crashed out was Bastianini. He does have a difficult weekend ahead of him. He hasn't been here before on a Motogp bike. Jorge Martin is down a little bit, but again, they're all within half a second of each other, so realistically, this is anyone's race. People are hoping that it is going to be a dry race on Sunday, and if so, looking at the pace that people have, it is going to be interesting. One of the other things to note, and have to give them credit for it, is Suzuki. They were trying a rear wing, as you see here on the back of their bike. Rins again is only 0.4 of a second off, but it's really, really interesting to see that they're still developing at this late stage. Little bit surprised with Marco Bezzecchi and Alex Marquez. They're about a second off the pace, but again, the Hondas seem to go well here. Nakagami, in my view as well, has done a heroic race. He does have to go through medical checks after FP1 to see is he fit enough to race for the rest of the weekend, but he did look okay. However, the one thing that I did notice also, and this covers all riders in all classes, is that the Motegi track is super physical. Marc Marquez, I'd say he could be in a little bit of trouble. You could definitely see he could only do 1, maybe 2 fast laps, and that was him done for a while. But everyone else, when the helmets came off, or even when they were sitting in the pit ready to go out, you could see that it is muggy and hot there, but the track is so physical that everyone does look really, really tired. But again, who am I going to pick for tomorrow for my fastest man in qualifying? If it's going to be raining, it's very, very hard to look past Jack Miller, so I'm going to stick with Jack Miller for tomorrow's qualifying. But I would definitely love to know who you think is going to be your fastest man. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.